Man, I'll tell you, this thing is fun in the corners. There's no doubt about it. Oh, she just goes, man. What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we're on the Continental GT again today, and I'll tell you what, guys, I've had a chance to ride a little bit. You know, I did a video the other day where I was riding home from Mid-Ohio Power Sports, which is where I've got this bike. That's the one they let me borrow this for a few days, and I'll tell you, I've had a chance to ride it, and now we're doing our first impressions. What I really think about it as far as, you know, having less than 150 miles on the motorcycle. So I think that's a big thing. You know, I'm not going to do a review on this motorcycle simply because I know I will not have it long enough to do a full review, which is I have to have 1,000 miles in the saddle to do a full review. But what I can do is give you a first impressions and how it makes me feel, and that's what some of these other videos are going to be about over the next several weeks. But today we're going to hit a few different places. Going to hit some twisties, hopefully mild twisties. Again, that's really cold. You know, I told Iron Lady this morning before I left that if I complain 1 minute about how hot it's going to be this summer, that she needs to slap me upside the head, because I'll tell you what, it's 34 degrees. I'll put the Celsius up in the corner, but man, I'm really getting over this cold weather. The older I get, that's for daggone sure. But again, it is what it is. You live in Ohio, that's what you get. But again, I'm going to make a comment to all my friends down in Florida. Don't you dare complain about hot weather. Don't you dare. Oy vey. I'd much rather have the heat than I would the freezing temperature, because you know what? I'll still frickin' ride in the cold, in the hot. Well, I'll still ride in the cold too, but it just ain't as much fun. Hey, I turned off my turn signal, even on this bike. We're gonna blast up through the highway here. I got the Insta360 off to the side. I want to see what kind of camera angle we got there. Again, I'm still learning how to use this equipment, and I'm telling you what, so far I really do enjoy these cameras that I got. And you guys saw on the live stream that I bought a through Patreon and through YouTube membership money. I was able to buy a Canon M50 Mark II that we're going to be using for live streams once I figure out how to use the program to do the live streams, because you know this stuff is, for a guy that's never taken any computer classes or any photography classes, it's kind of well, what do I want to say, intimidating. But you know what, I do the best that I possibly can, and that's all we can do, because I really love making these videos for y'all, and hopefully it shows. What looks like everybody's out today. Must be something going on down there. Oh man, I love this bike. Have I said that before in any of my videos? Thank you, truck. You're probably going to help me out. Yep, you did. So we're going to run her down the highway here for a minute. Oh yeah. I'm not going to top end it out, but I am doing 80 in a 70. Oh man, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind noise, but man, this thing is smooth. Let me get down here a little lower. Wow. We're running at 5,400 RPM at 80 mile an hour, 82 mile an hour. Like I say, I'm not going to top end it out. There's no sense in doing that. But man, this is all you need. Drop down to 5,300 RPM, 52, still maintaining that 82 mile an hour. Yeah, this bike is a good highway rider. She'll get up there and goes fast. There's no doubt about it. Let's give her just a little bit more. There's 90. Good and stable. That's about as far as I'm going to go with high speed. We'll crack her down to the normal speed limit. And I'll tell you guys, these Royal Enfields, I know people that are watching the video for the first time are going to say, man, you're just saying it because. I'll tell you what, guys, if you're just new to the channel, I made this promise to you a long time ago. I only talk positive on this channel. I will not badmouth any motorcycle. If I don't talk about something, I don't like it. But you'll never know that, because that's not what it's about. What it's about is giving you guys a fresh, honest opinion when it comes to how it makes me feel as a motorcyclist. And I think that's really more important than people, you know, sitting around looking at numbers and going, well, it can't be any good because it only does this amount of horsepower. Can't be any good, it only does this amount of torque. How it makes you feel while you're riding, what it does as far as how it handles. And if you don't hear me say something on our channel about different bikes, you realize that it's probably not as good as what the company says it is. And I've ridden a lot of motorcycles, guys, and have not done a video on it because I wasn't happy with it. And that's as far as a negative I'll ever say. It's just not me. There's other channels that like to browbeat and talk negative, and I don't do that. Mom always used to tell me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I really follow that philosophy when it comes to making my opinions or my recommendations out there in the real world. Now we're going to get off the highway here for a minute and do a little bit of other type of roads, just because, well, you saw, I mean, man, we were cruising heavy at 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, and it did not an issue. No wobble in the front end, coming down there at 50, 60 miles an hour. That made me happy. One thing I did notice though on this bike, and it's not a negative, that when I'm touching the brakes and something, once in a while I'll hit the brake knob there, and I think that's something I have to, that just comes with use of the bike. It's just I've noticed I've hit my brakes a couple different times riding this thing, and I think, like I said, I think it's more or less that me not being familiar with the motorcycle as well. I really do love these style of motorcycles. I mentioned it in my other video that I actually have been dying to ride the Continental GT more than any of the other one, the 650. Well, what that means right now, other than the Interceptor, which I rode the Interceptor, and but I only rode it for 10 minutes, and I refuse to do a first impressions video on a motorcycle I've been on less than 50 miles. I just won't do it. That's just not me. There's plenty of other guys that'll do a test ride video for 5 or 6 minutes and tell you how great or how bad it is, and that just doesn't fly with this old boy. But we're going to take you through our little tunnel, and I don't know, we'll do a beep bomb and a rev bomb. How's that sound? Oh man, these roads are so much fun. I gotta watch the speed since there's a ambulance there may be a policeman close. Now, one of the things you'll notice, I like the counter lean. I don't put the knee down and get into that kind of lean. That's not my style. I've been riding like this with the counter lean because I'm not really a road racer, guys. And road racers are the ones that get into those leaning with the bike. I'm a counter leaner, and I've been doing it my whole life. Now, I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I've been doing the counter lean in my entire life, and I seem to like that the best way. It makes me in more better control. How's that sound? Let's see. That sounds good in here. Thank you. And that's what you have to watch, guys, when you're on some of these back roads and stuff that have tunnels like that here in our part of the state. That A lot of guys will just kind of zip up through there, but man, I make sure I over honk. That's just me. That's just me. Well, I'm going to take you on my favorite little curvy road here in this area, and it's not part of the Pathfinder. Oh, we got to make a stop. And you know what? That's what's cool. This thing comes to a stop quick, and I like that. That's really, really cool. Like I said, the more I'm on this motorcycle, the better I like it, and I truly mean that. It's comfortable. It's fun. I don't know what to say. I'd love to have one because I simply couldn't afford it right now. But I'll tell you, if anybody offered to give me one, you know, I don't know if I'd want the Interceptor, to be honest with you, because I have motorcycles in that realm. So I'm not sure if that's something that I would want to get into. Let's check and make sure we're filming. Can't tell back there. All we can do is when we get there, we'll know. Maybe I'll pull off up here at this corner store and check everything out. But yeah, I do love this road coming up. It's a lot of fun. It's not real aggressive. It's not like the windy 9, but it's pretty cool. Whoop, gotta watch my speed. This thing just makes you want to run fast. It really does. I mean, it's 35 mile an hour right here in this part of the road, and I was just like, whoop, oh, there's 50. Whoop, back off. Go! Because right now you're there, and it does. This bike is going, hello, Ronin, go faster. Oh, see, that's the kind of sign I like to see. Right there. That's my favorite kind of sign. And we got lots of that in this part of Ohio, guys. We really do. Like I say, these are not real aggressive. They're not the 10 and 15 mile an hour curves that we have down in other parts of the state, but they are nice, and they're semi-banked. They do a good job here in this part of Ohio as far as banking and, you know, making the crown of the road being the top part so water rolls off of it. They do a very good job. Ah, the shifting, it just smooth, so smooth, going through the gears. You can tell the influence that Harris Performance has had as far as on these 650 twins, man. These things are, man, they just do everything that you want it to do. Is it the fastest parallel twin out there? No way, it's not the fastest parallel twin, but it's plenty fast for the 99% of the riders out there. You know, everybody that buys a Cafe Racer styled bike, this is not a true Cafe Racer obviously, but they buy a bike like this, they think they're a Cafe Racer, and they're really, you know, guys, you're not a speed demon. You're having a motorcycle to enjoy yourself out there. And this is the kind of bike that you can do that. You can ride to your limitations, and I've said that in a couple other videos. You know, a lot of people buy motorcycles like you know, the R1 or any kind of motorcycle like that that's high performance, and they get out there and they literally well, they slide out from under it because they ride above their ability. And oh man, I'll tell you, I'm loading up the front end here a little bit, getting this corner, and then we'll ease back off of it and throttle out of it. The essence of trail braking. One thing I did do, I noticed that the previous owner had this front brake lever up a little bit higher than I would have liked, so sorry Dave, I moved it down a little bit just so it fit better. But yeah, this thing does really well in the corners. I mean, really, really well. Like I said, very nimble. Very nimble. And I like the way it makes me feel. I guess that's kind of a big thing, you know. How does a motorcycle make you feel? It downshifts nice and easy. It's got a good tactile click to it that you can actually feel you going into the gear, which I like. I'm not a big fan of motorcycles that they're so smooth that you don't know what gear you're in, or even in neutral. And this one does not. This one actually you can feel it, and I like that. That's you know, I've always ridden things, whether it's a bath style boat or a motorcycle, by the feel in my pants. And I know that sounds kind of funny, but, or I should say in my butt. That sounded completely wrong. But what I mean by that is I can feel how the engine is revving. Like a lot of guys say, well, I need a tack. I don't need a tack. I can feel it. I can feel what that engine's doing. And I really do believe that if you learn to literally fly by the seat of your pants, you'll be a much better motorcycle rider, because that way you can tell exactly what it's doing without taking your eyes off the road. It's not a cruising style bike that you can do hundreds if not thousands of miles, crushing miles, but man, I'll tell you what, it is, for something that's like this, these backcountry roads, or I shouldn't say backcountry roads, but these country roads like this is full of twisties and beautiful scenery like that covered bridge there, and squirrels running out in front of me. But that kind of stuff, man, it's perfect for that. Running around these rolling hills here in Ohio, just, oh man, it's just nice. I really do like it. I mean, and you're able to go a little faster than what you can in the Meteor and of course the Himalayan, because it does handle so much better. It does, without question, it handles better. But that's the rider stance. That's the way that the bars are set up. I mean, you take, you know, if you're riding properly, you push down to go around your to make your leans, and I mean, it takes very little pressure to push down on these bars, and if you're in the middle of these corners, it just nothing to it. Sonny Pruitt, I'm telling you. Very impressed so far, guys. Again, this is my first impressions video, and I wanted to have a little bit of time on the motorcycle before I did this, and yeah, runs great. Gives me good acceleration. Handles beautifully, and it's fun. There you go. You know, I was talking to Dave up at Mid-Ohio Power Sports, and I was telling him, he said, man, you're gonna have fun on that bike, and I said, I'm already geeking out. You know what's cool? When you come to a stop like this, that the seat height, it just, everything is so comfortable and just easy to maintain, and I'll tell you, I'm liking it. Well, here we go. Well, after batteries dying in the GoPros, well, at least one, but I changed them both. But amazingly, the 360 is full, almost completely full, and I haven't charged it since the last time I used it. Man, these 360 cameras are really, really, really well made, and I'm pretty impressed with them. We'll have to see what the footage looks like when I get back, but man, I'm really enjoying it. Well, here we're on a typical backcountry road. It's bumpy as snot, but I wanted to give an idea of what this thing would be like riding in less than optimal conditions, and that's what we're doing right now. So we're going to run this thing back one of the routes that I always take, but it's, you know, kind of the fun type of road that I like to go on too, and no matter what kind of motorcycle I'm on. So that's what we're doing. A little bit of gravel here, but if you're smart, you'll be fine. This thing has so much acceleration, I'm a little nervous about popping high in gravel. It might slide my butt end out. You know, I'm kind of sitting up here a little bit and showing you a little bit different aspect as far as how it is. And I think these clip-ons are ideal for this motorcycle, because, you know, they're not level with the triple trees, or they're about an inch or so higher than the triple trees, but it gives you the ability to sit up a little bit if you want to, you know, want to rest out a little bit, but still touch the bars and be fairly comfortable. And I'll tell you, I was really impressed with these mid rears as far as the foot pegs, because my legs hang this tank pretty nice. If the tank was wider, I think it would be a little bit less comfortable for me, but the way that they've got it sculpted out, it really fits good. It's so pretty back here. Trying to get this video done because it's supposed to warm up, but it's supposed to rain like crazy the next couple days, and it kind of figures. I got this bike for a couple days, and it is what it is. But I've already put well, a couple hundred miles on it already, about 150 miles on it already, and I really do enjoy this motorcycle so far. I'm becoming a GT fan. I wouldn't mind having one of these, to be honest with you. Have a little bit more, bring me back in time, like my last video. I said that this thing was a time machine because it made me feel like I was 20 years, in my 20s again. And that's true, because it reminds me of bikes from the 60s that I was riding in the 70s and 80s, and you know, the Triumphs and the Nortons, and it just really does bring me back in time. Wow, this is fun. This is a fun bike. Is it practical? I don't know. I mean, if you're somebody that really wants to do this for like a lot of fun and really canyon carve, and man, this would be great out in California. It really would be. This would be a blast. Or, you know, even riding down the windy 9 a lot, if you were doing only that and you just wanted to have some fun. Touring, no, I don't know. You could probably bag it up and everything else. You know, I see guys doing it with sport bikes, but I think if you already have a motorcycle, like you already have a Meteor or a Harley or something like that, and you want to have a bike to you know, to get out and have some fun with, this is the deal, man. And you know, one thing I did notice though, I've got to kind of keep my eye on stuff, because I just, it's so natural for me to go really fast. Slow down, idiot. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. My first impressions, what can I say? Thumbs up, you know that. Speaking of which, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe. Man, we really want to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I don't think that's too far away. I mean, we've got about 6,500, 7,000 subscribers to get there, but man, we want to hit 20,000, and we just want to keep growing the channel. And if you did like it, you know, make sure you share it and comment. Comments make a big difference on the channel as well too, guys. It helps the algorithm, and we really love hearing from you. And I read all the comments and comment on as many as I possibly can. So until next time, guys, ride safe and keep her on 2 wheels, baby.